He couldn't wait to vent. He was telling 50 how the nigga Jim Jones arm rent.
Battle Fab and Banks in a battle like we do it, right?
Right.
Who you got?
Space.
Fab or Banks. You know what I'm saying? In a battle like we do it. Hey, this is.
That's one of my favorite rappers of all time. So.
Fab got him. I'm telling you, bro.
Money in the bank. I'm chilling. I won't.
I talked to these two gentlemen.
Uncle Murda just dropped his 2025 wrap-up, and wow, he came in full attack mode. This wasn't random. This was planned. Jim Jones, targeted. Mayo, called out. Every bar felt like a quiet warning shot. Murda wasn't yelling, he was smiling while swinging. That's what makes it scary. Now here's where it gets spicy. People noticed something fast. This feels like warm-up energy, like Murda is clearing the stage before something big happens. And yes, people are watching close because 50 Cent's name is floating in the background. No verse yet, no feature yet, but the tension? Heavy. So the big question is simple. Is this the start of a new G-Unit move? Or is Murda just setting with chessboard before the real war starts on the Let's Rap About It podcast? What makes this even crazier? Some people barely got touched. Fabulous? Just a soft tap, nothing serious. Dave East? Not even mentioned. That silence was loud. Murda even hinted if 50 drops a track, he might jump on it too. He didn't say when, he didn't say how. He just left the door half open, and that makes fans nervous. Earlier, people thought 50 was already part of this wrap-up, but nope. And honestly, that makes sense, because if 50 Cent showed up, this would have gone nuclear instantly. Now it's 2026. 50 already said his response is ready, and while he's cooking in silence, Murda didn't wait. He went straight at Jim Jones. No pause, no fear. And a lot of this tension comes back to Tony Yayo and these upcoming podcasts. Jim got all the smoke. Then Murda takes it one step further. He turns his aim to the Let's Rap About It podcast, locking in on Mayo, the first one to clap back after 50 called them squatters. And that's when the rent story came out. Unpaid money, podcast building drama, and Murda made sure everyone heard it.
Jones told Joe and Jay that he better than Nas, said he had more Billboard entries than Nas too. The lie detector test determined that was not true.
Mayo even said he'd buy the building if the money wasn't handled. Jim Jones ended up paying the rent, and that only made things more embarrassing. Murda didn't let that slide. He put it on blast for everyone to hear. This moment right here, yeah, this is important. Hit that hype button. This part matters.
Said my nigga Yayo broke, he not though. I was just with him eating smoke, duck, and Mariah.
Now listen carefully. Most of these shots at Mayo were light. Not deadly, just enough to sting. Fabulous? Barely touched. Dave East? Still untouched. The real focus stayed locked on Jim Jones and Mayo. And now you can see it. Mayo is reacting. Murda even explained what he'd do if 50 jumps in. Right now, Murda is hot, no doubt. But let's be honest, this wasn't an explosion. It was calm, it was controlled, it was calculated. And that usually means something bigger is coming next.
Called them niggas squatters and Maino got mad about it. Maino put a curly hair picture of 50 up, and the nigga Jim Jones landlord called 50 up.
This was a different Murda. Calmer, sharper. And yeah, it worked. Was it his best ever? No, but it was clean, focused, and smart. Those little shots, they feel like a setup, like Murda is warming the room for something bigger from 50 Cent. New year, new energy. And let's be real, 50 never stays quiet for long. He's not the type to let stuff slide forever. So now the big question is simple. How does 50 respond? Nobody really knows. Some people say he won't touch it, some say he's scared, others think he might bring back that old G-Unit energy. The talk is wild. People even saying podcasts could get shut down or switched up. Is that fair? Debatable. Fans want those early 2000s callouts, but this isn't that era anymore. And here's the truth. 50 doesn't owe anyone anything. That's facts. Still, 50 is petty enough to jump in if the moment feels right. Lately, he hasn't been chasing radio hits. He's been working behind the scenes. TV shows, movies, soundtracks, different lane, still active. So what happens next? Does he go full demon time, or does he let it fade? Forget the rumors about some ghetto fab moment. Not buying it. One thing is clear, 50 moves on his own time. Never scared. And brand-wise, he's huge. If he doesn't respond, not a loss. Most people forget this in a few months if 50 stays silent. Diss talk fades fast. But if he responds and the internet isn't impressed, people might spin it as a loss. Still, 50 has power, influence, attention. Look at this. Vegas picked 50 for New Year's Eve. Not Fab, not Jim, not Maino, not Dave East. That tells you everything. Most streamed New York artist 3 years in a row. Name strong, brand growing. That's leverage. Will he respond? Maybe. Murda's low-key saying, if 50 jumps in, I'm right there. Could we get a new G-Unit style track? 50, Murda, maybe Tony Yayo? Enough to shut things down? Depends on the bars, the energy, the timing. No Banks, no Buck, just a new wave. Right now, this feels like the quiet before the storm. 50 is watching, letting everyone talk. Noise doesn't matter until he moves. Murda is ready. The rest can debate, react, and argue, but nothing changes until 50 steps in. So now it's a waiting game. Does 50 let it fade, or does he flip the whole board? All eyes are on him. Could this lineup really stop Jim, Fab, and the podcast crew? Hard to say. But here's the real question. How do you think 50 responds based on Murda's moves? Could something crazy drop this week? Time's ticking. One headline and everything changes. Drop your thoughts in the comments. And gang, subscribe to Drip Zen. Like, share, comment, hit that hype button. It's free, it helps the channel grow heavy, and I appreciate every single one of y'all tapping in.